Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to the SparkleDart program. I'm SparkleDart again. I've been SparkleDart the whole time, but today I'm SparkleDart especially so. Have you ever been to a zoo? You like zoos? Zoos are okay, right? You go to the zoo and you see all sorts of crazy animals, like things you'd never see in real life, like a manatee or an alligator or a caiman or a vole or some sort of pot-bellied pig or some, I don't know, like what do they have on? I'm gonna sneeze here. Bless me. So yeah, if you go to the zoo, you see all sorts of crazy animals, and you start to think to yourself, what a weird world we live in whereby we trap animals in jail, and then we exploit them for our own entertainment, even if it seems selfish to do so. It's just what we do as people. We've been doing that for thousands of years. There have been zoos for thousands of years that we've been exploiting, and these animals, you know, they live in fear every day that one day that might be their last. And if that is the case, then we have to be sad for them, because they can't be sad for themselves. Their animals are stupid. They don't know what's going on. They just think, hey, there's a cut of venison over there. I'm gonna go over there and eat it, which is what all the cheetahs would say to themselves. But something like an emu might say, hey, there's a bunch of seed over there. I'm gonna go peck at it until it's all gone. You know, because I'm a bird, but even though I'm a bird, I can't fly, which makes me different than a normal bird. When you think of birds, you think of something like a pigeon or something like that can fly and, you know, peck at the ground and poop on cars and stuff. But emus can't do that. They can't poop on cars. Even if they really wanted to do that, they wouldn't be able to do that because they can't fly. An emu could possibly jump on top of a car and poop on it, but I can't. I just, you know, I don't see that happening. But then again, crazy things have happened. You know, people die all the time in crazy ways. Like I saw a video on live leaks of a man who was closing a gate to like a gated community or something like that, and the gate fell backwards on him and pushed him down, and then crushed his neck in between the gate and a trash bin. And I think that that's the most fucked up way to die, because, like, what are the fucking chances that that would happen to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes an incredible amount of bad luck for something like that to happen. Oh, fuck. No. I knew that would happen. Fuck it! Fuck! I just get so heated. I get so mad all the time, especially in levels like this, a water level, where I have to spend so much time swimming. It's just a pain in my ass. I don't like to waste time, but you know what? When they make me play water levels like this one, then I kind of wind up having to waste my time, which I don't like to do, like I said already. So please, now that Yamauchi and Iwata are out of the office, maybe we can have more games that don't feature water levels that are so tedious, such as this one, because I don't like to spend too much of my time doing something that I could just go to a pool and do. You know what I'm talking about? They've got water and pools, and when you go to a pool, it takes a long time to swim across the pool from start to finish. Like, why do people spend the time doing this? I guess Michael Phelps, he was a very good swimmer, and they took away his gold medals from the Olympics because he was smoking weed. But I think it's not like weed isn't a performance-enhancing drug, which I'm sure the Fantastic Seven, or whatever the name of the group of hockey players who beat the Russians in hockey, the Miracle on Ice, I'm sure they were probably not so sober as far as being on any sort of steroid performing enhancing, you know, drugs or something like that, because I feel like the Russians were probably on drugs anyway. Steroids, you know the type, steroids and all that stuff. The Russians were probably on steroids. The only way we can beat the Russians, this big hulking Russians like Rocky did in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, is to enhance our own performance, if you catch my drift, if you catch what it is that I'm saying to you. Now, if not, then I guess that's your own personal problem. I'm not here to hold your hand while we're going to make a big deal out of things, a big stink out of things. And if you want to make a big problem out of this, then I guess that's your own. You're the one who's at fault here, not me. I'm SparkleDart. I'm never at fault unless specifically stated otherwise that maybe I could be at fault. But it just seems to me as though people who take steroids really deserve to have the medals taken away, whereas people who take, you know, people who take marijuana, people who use marijuana, which in my opinion should be legal for certain reasons, not because I myself would use it, but because of other such litigations that may arise. I feel like there's a lot of people who are jailed for marijuana that don't really deserve to be, and because of that we're eating up the U.S. prison system and all the funding that goes to it, and people who don't really need to be incarcerated are being incarcerated. And in fact, I think it was William Randolph Hearst, the creator of yellow journalism, who propagated that marijuana should be illegal in the first place, because he had like a paper company, and I guess marijuana, hemp, can be refined into all of the same things that that's fucked up, man. That's not cool. Is this how this is going to go? Is this how this is going to be? I don't want this. This isn't for me. This is not for me. This is for somebody else, but not for me, SparkleDart. This is for somebody else who doesn't deserve this sort of horrible treatment. Okay, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up on all fronts. That's fucked up. So thank you for pulling a fast one on me. Thank you so much for pulling a fast one on me. You William Randolph Hearst motherfucker. I don't even know what to think about that. That just pisses me off to a greater extent. I don't want to like I said, waste your time, but wasting your time is what I'm gonna have to fucking do, I guess. It's just gonna be the way that it is. You know, when I listen back to the stuff that I say, the fucking stupid ass shit that I say, I honestly don't understand half of it. I can't expect that you do either. I can't expect that you understand half the shitty ass things that I say. Not that the shitty, pardon me, necessarily, because they that's what I was hoping for. The Yosh! The Yosh, I need the Yosh. Okay, there we go. Things are looking a little bit better now. Things are looking a little bit like they're gonna go my way, more so now than they have in the past. And I'm really hoping that I can achieve more now that I have the Yosh. So thank you for affording me the Yosh. Thank you, Nintendo, for affording me the Yosh. Anyways, what was I talking about? Zoos, animals? Shit, I don't fucking remember. You ever go to a zoo and you see trapped animals in cages, you're like, that's sad, but whatever, because they're not on steroids, right? So, I think steroids, what I wanted to take away from my point was steroids. Steroids should be criminalized. Marijuana, not so much, because it doesn't really hurt anybody. The only people that it hurts are the people who get caught using it. And if that's the biggest crime that marijuana causes, I don't think it should be illegal by any stretch of the imagination. So please, 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 if you're listening to this, contact your senator, be like, dog, I want to get fucked up on pot, but it's illegal, so I can't do that. So can you please legalize it? He'll be like, yeah, sure, I want to party with you, but there's some pressure on me to not give into that sort of thing, because if I do that, that's like an anti-establishment sort of thing. People think that I'm like a hippie or a hippie sympathizer. I'm like, I can't have that on my reputation. It would tarnish my reputation. If it tarnished my reputation, then people wouldn't re-elect me next year. And I'm like, well, honestly, you've been senator for like 10 years now, or not senator, yeah, senator for like 10 years now. There should be a limit on the amount of time that a person can spend as a U.S. senator, because I feel like a lot of people who are becoming U.S. senators are corrupt, and there's really no... Unless they willfully step down, they kind of just stay in power forever, and that's kind of a problem in my opinion, because I think a U.S. Senator really shouldn't have that infinite duration. It should be replaced by people who are of the generation in which they are choosing to represent, if you know what I mean, because a person who is 10 years old or older than that, having been in the office for 10 years or more, is not representing accurately the population that they appear to be, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if somebody's been in the office since before 2001, then they don't know what it's like to be in a world full of cell phones, where we can take selfies of ourselves smoking pot and post those on Instagram and Facebook and on LinkedIn and whatever else websites we choose to share our personal information on, like criminals. They just don't understand it, and they never will, because they're, you know, an older generation. We have to wait for those people to drop and replace them with those of us who do have common sense these days and can make sense of the things that are happening in this world in a way that produces laws that reflect what we choose to believe in as a society. So basically what I'm saying is, if you want to smoke the green that's okay with SparkleDart, it'll make you a better swimmer, apparently, and it will make you good at chess, and you'll be good at counting crows, and you can make Kachina dolls better with that kind of thing, and whatever else it takes for... I think the Kachina dolls... fuck my ass. Just fuck it. Were made by Native Americans, alright? They were made by Native Americans, and the Native Americans were known for smoking all sorts of drugs, like smoking peace pipes, which I'm sure was either some sort of tobacco or hemp combination of tobaccos. And they also drank fire water, which was probably... I don't know if that was more whiskey or if that was more vodka. Probably more vodka, since it was probably made by grains that were distilled several times over. Since I have a hard time believing that the Indians had the technology to make whiskey, maybe they could make scotch, I don't really remember, but they like to party, and you know what, I can sympathize with them. I like to party too. I like to get loud and crazy, and that's what I like to do, but I also like to be smart about it, you know. I like to make sure that people know that I'm not abusing my rights and privileges as a well-seasoned adult man who can afford these things, and also lives in a state in the US that does not criminalize these sorts of acts. And I appreciate that very dearly, but at the same time I realize that it's not okay for me to gloat about that sort of thing, and if I do find myself gloating about that sort of thing, I just kind of take it back and let it slide. So goodbye, SparkleDart, goodbye, mwah.